Dr. Mike here with a bit of Linux stuff for you. So here we're looking at the Debian management, software management. So Debian-based systems, Ubuntu, Mint, Kali, very widespread, definitely a large install base of Linux. We're going to see they use .deb files as their primary binary files for the services or executables. And of course, you can actually find the source files. These are .dsc files. So again, user distribution site, you'll find install packages here. In this case, here's 2ping. We can see it has dependencies. Talk about that in a second, how to handle those. We can actually download the package themselves. We can see the list of files that are installed with 2ping. And we can also get the source file, the .dsc file. So if you wanted to, you could download this file and you could make modifications to it and install it yourself. So very similar to what we saw on the previous lecture, which was with RPMs. We have a source. If I go to Etsy and I cd into apt, so Etsy apt, where we had a source list for RPMs on the CentOS Yum RPM side with apt and apt-get, we'll see here, is what we can actually use to usually install and remove software. We do have a repository list, mainly under the sources.list file, which you can see here. Very extensive file. You can see it has links to the different repositories for both installation and updates. And these, of course, will be edited as you see fit. So Etsy app directory, definitely a place we use for managing repository lists. Now the main tool is dpkg. It is really synonymous with RPM. So it can install, it can update, it can remove .deb files. Now there are other ways, of course, you can install software. As we've seen, a lot of repositories are available through a software center for each distribution. In this case, Ubuntu Software Center here. You can actually see what's installed in your system by category, very handy. You can do updates, and of course you can install software through this. Again, you'll see this, for example, Pop! OS has a pop shop, and so I might use that at times. But this really is a GUI layer over the apt-get framework. And apt-get framework uses the dpkg command. So you can see there's a lot for here. --help is going to be your entryway into this, and it's got a lot of options. So of course you want to be root user. With Ubuntu, typically sudo is how you would probably execute it, so sudo dpkg, but I am root user right now, so I ran directly. So again, you can install .deb files directly. You can remove a package, you can purge a package, and we can use SL to list packages and query packages. So we can use -l. We get a full list of all packages on our system. Do it again here. Let's pipe that to less. And you can see here it's not the best looking, bit larger there. So -l is very handy. You can also use -uppercase-L and get a list of what's installed. Let's say, for example, with Python. You can see all the packages, all the files that come with the Python package. And there's a lot of them here, so of course pipe that to less or send it to a text file for further for later use. So there you go. A lot of stuff with Python. And there's also dpkg-query. -l, for example, and I can actually say strace look at the strace package, and there's the files that are installed with strace. So again, we have a great way to, you can actually install, update, and remove with dpkg. An example with -i, here's a firefox.deb, but again, this does not resolve dependencies. That's going to be an issue. apt-get, or the app framework, is what you really use to take care of that. So a lot of times the dpkg will be used usually to query your system, get information about your system and the packages that are installed there, versus handling actual package installations and removal. So again, there's purge and R. We'll go past that. We saw that -L. So dpkg to reconfigure. We'll pass that. Let's talk about apt cache, apt-get, and apt. So those three files, those three apps or commands are really used for searching, installing, and handling package dependencies. So apt-get. You can see here apt-get. I typed the command in directly. It has a lot of options. You can install option for the source. You're actually doing package directly. So you can use apt-get to actually install, or apt to install a package .deb file that you download directly. But most of the time you want to use a repository, and so apt-get's great for that. Again, we can update, install, remove, purge, build dependencies, and so on. Check for broken dependencies. So that's a lot of options. Probably the main one is going to be the -install, or the install option. So if you're not root, you need to use sudo, sudo. I am root, as you can see here. Again, if you're not root, you use sudo apt-get. Let's talk about install, and let's do vim. Password. You can see here it wants to install this, yes or no, and it's going to actually get some suggested packages and new packages. So I'm going to say no here. But again, I'm going to become root user here, sudo su dash. In case now I'm root user. So with root user, you just do apt-get install. Let's see if like vim again, for example. Again, it's going to do your dependency tree. Let's say yes. That's fine. Now this is normal because I have a sandboxed web environment here. So you can see it tried to go out and get to ubuntu.com, the archive, and get these packages. So again, this is normal for our lab environments. We get this. But normally you will get a regular install. So remove package, apt-get remove, package name. And it's pretty straightforward. So apt-get's going to be your main tool. Apt and apt-cache are going to be your main tools for a lot of other Debian-based, maybe Kali, for example, and so on. So anyways, that gives you a rundown for installing packages and handling installation of packages on Debian-based systems.